All right. Let's see if this stupid piece of junk works before I go live. I think it's working. Streaming stuff. What a pain in the ass. All right. Looks like everything's working now for some reason. Now I'll tweet it now that I know that it's working. Probably should start testing the stream. If it's going to be unreliable, I should probably start testing it before I post it. Before everyone shows up and we're all disappointed together. All right. Okay. With my luck, as soon as I tweet this, it'll stop working again. Just immediately. Good God. All right, let's see here. That's right, back to the old Vault Boy. Let's see. We're going to make this battle damaged android or synth, I guess. I guess there's synths in Fallout's world. Let's see. We'll save this as Vault Boy Android. Can't type. Yeah, this one was for Vector Dailies. This one I had made before. I just made this one of my own accord. And then, yeah, this was for Vector Dailies. And fortunately, I was smart enough to just save the default head. So really making variations of it is just a matter of adding stuff on top. Hi, Fatty. The stream's actually working this time. It's a nice change from it not working and me being frustrated over it not working. All right, let's see here. There's some stuff. This is like an old file, and so naturally there's like some stuff that really irks me. That's like decisions I made at the time, or the way that I made things that I would not make them were I to make it now. It's like line thicknesses and stuff like that. I do sound like a jerk. What's up, fatty? Let's see. What's up, pork and beans? Let's see. I'll just like slightly round these things because sharp corners. I don't do sharp corners anymore. It's not my thing. I don't know how long ago I made this, but it's possible. God, look at this curve right here. It's so bad. It's possible that live corners were not a thing when I made my first Vault Boy. And let's see, when did I? Yeah, I guess this wasn't that long. I made this when Fallout 4 came out. So I guess live corners were around. Maybe I just hadn't really. Oh, wait, yeah, here's a live corner. We found one. I just maybe hadn't incorporated them into my my workflow as much as I have. We're obviously taking a break from IGN stuff. I can show you some IGN stuff. Let's see, I can show you what I'm doing. I'm not streaming this part just because. Let's see, I gotta hide some stuff. I'm not streaming this part just because it's a little boring, I think. I don't think it would make for a very good stream, but to show you what I'm doing right now, I am plotting out all of the land masses in the IGN booth because I need to make sure that I can fit everything and evenly distribute everything. So doing that, I have the names all here, so I have the names for what's going to live on each part, but I don't want to spoil everything, so those are off. But yeah, so I mean, so much of this is just going to be planning out the whole illustration before I start. So I started doing that today. More work to do on that front. So how started that sentence really weird. Wow, it sounded like a wounded cat. How is everyone doing today? Does anyone have any big weekend plans? I'm gonna go review students' portfolios tomorrow as part of IGA's portfolio one-on-one program. Review the children's books. Well, yeah. Boy. What? hell is this? Past Alex, how did you build this file, you idiot? This is such a mess. You have a big... So, like, this is a legit black line, which makes sense. I mean... But there's just a black shape behind the hair? Stupid past Alex. Oh, God. What is... What are these decisions? Those are bad decisions. But I don't want to have to make the whole file again. So we're gonna just grit our teeth and bear it. Yeah, as much time as possible outdoors. That sounds like a good way to... I mean, I guess, if you're into outdoor stuff. Hey, you all. Mystery solved. Twitch tweeted, "We're investigating reports of broadcasters not showing as live / not being able to go live. We'll update when resolved." That's what the problem was earlier. It was Twitch's fault the whole time. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. The whole time, it wasn't my fault. Ha! Ha! Ha ha ha. All right. What? I'm sorry that you have a cold. Okay, so he's gonna, let's see. All of this is on one layer, a layer called gradient. Was there a gradient on this? See, look, this one was built by a slightly wiser Alex. Well, maybe not. Oh, there's a gradient in his head. I see. And that this is a solid shape, and this is like a stupid multiply layer. So, okay. Buddy, your nose, it bothers me. Too pointy. Alright, so let's mess his face up. Shall we? Let's mess his face up. Let's look up here. Fallout Synth. Nick was the best character that I ran across in Fallout 4. My, what lovely eyes you have. There's a windstorm coming. Where are you that there's a windstorm? I scrunched that picture on accident. I scrunched it. God, where are you all with these windstorms? Your life sounds very intense. Face base. What's all this other stuff? No, it's... Well, you know what? I'm just going to put all of this on one layer because I can. And we'll call it zombie head layer. And I don't think this other stuff is necessary. Well, the background layer is necessary. This stuff, unnecessary. This layer is the face melt. I say that's unnecessary. Gerudo Town. Yeah, I don't think I mean, I haven't lived in Minnesota like a really long time, but I've never experienced a windstorm. Me too. I'm not a Northwesterner. Ooh. Ooh. He's like a gummy old man. I'm gonna have to let's see. These illustrations are weird for me because I'm so used to using angles and stuff, and then I make these and I have to remember how to illustrate with a pen tool and not make everything like perfect circles and stuff, you know? It's kind of weird. See, his eye will be sitting back in his socket a little bit. Let's see, he has yellow pupils, no, yellow irises, and a dark pupil. I don't know if I want to give him Nick's eyes per se, but it's a good starting point. Let's see. I feel like usually the trick with pen tool stuff to get things to look decent is to use as few points as possible. Let's see, do we want to mess with... I don't really want to mess with his jaw. God. It's like a feral animal. And this will be a Patreon file as well. I will give out when I'm done with it. Let's see. So last time I did it, I didn't do like, you couldn't see like the inside side of his skin. It's just a black line. Okay. Or blood dripping out. Okay. So I think I want to do what I did. I want the lines to be solid so that I can adjust them as I want to. Make them thick and thin. Thick where they need to be thick, thin where they need to be thin. Let's see, I'll just go ahead and do a rough outline here. And then I'll cut this out of the black shape to make the line that we want. One day I will have a fantastic collection of mutilated Vault Boy faces. What a collection to have. I'll fudge it and move his nose over a little bit. Three by three Vault Boy variation print. 3x3, what's the 3x3? Is that the size that it is? I mean, think. I mean, you should probably. I think Fallout 3 is maybe the best one. I mean, it's tough because like Fallout 2 probably has like more weird stuff you can do, and like I don't know, the dark Fallout humor is kind of in full form. But it's also like a harder game to go back to. You don't miss out by skipping the older ones. They're pretty self-contained stories. Like there's references to the earlier games in like Fallout 3 and stuff, but you don't like the game still makes sense even if you don't catch those references. And the nice thing too is, do you have any consoles or anything, Zach? I mean, the nice thing is Fallout 3 will be pretty cheap at this point. I should have been doing it like this from the start. I'm an idiot. Just subtracting that shape out and then editing this one to give it a little variation. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're sitting pretty then, because you can play that game with a controller, TV, and it'll be great. Now the best part of these illustrations, making all the goopy, drippy blood. Let's see, how did I... Okay, so the blood still has an outline even on this part. Yeah, you won't put blood there. I wonder about taking a chunk of his face out over here. How many was it, Leah? Because I was wondering about streaming Zelda, but it seems like it would take too many things, or it would just take an HDMI cable. I wasn't sure, but the HDMI cable, just taking that seemed like it would be too easy. It seems like it would make too much sense to actually work. See, I feel like this has to cut a little deeper. Shit. Okay. See, I had to make it deeper because the gray needs an outline too. Yeah, that seems like too many adapters. Basically, for me, anything more than one is too many adapters. Okay. I'm gonna Google robot eye sockets. Yeah, I guess my sketch didn't get very detailed. It's just like, hey, there's a hole in his face. Done. I mean, there doesn't have to be that much blood. I don't know. I mean, it's not really a Fallout 4 illo. It's a Fallout illo. The skull needs some more detail. Let's see what we can figure out. You should put him in Terminator glasses. It's actually kind of funny. Let's see. Terminator 1. Sunglasses. Wow, Sarah Connor's sunglasses. Why don't they just call them Sarah Connor sunglasses? Let's see. Oh yeah, those are too goofy. I just think they would just have like classic Ray-Bans on. Do I want to draw sunglasses? Is this something that I want to commit to? Sunglasses are always harder than you think they are. And just glasses in general. Anything that goes on a face can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Will I regret not putting sunglasses on him for the rest of my life? These are the important questions. Kind of looks like a big, weird tongue hanging out on the side of his head. So weird. Should there be like blood like splattered around? Let's see. I feel like if he has just like holes in his face that there should be more blood around. But I don't know whether you like put the blood like splattered around stuff. I mean, maybe robot blood is... Man, green just looks like alien blood. And they have like gross like milky white blood in Aliens movies. Fell in the blood. Oh boy. Purple blood? I think I'm just gonna stick to red blood. We will not do white blood. Not like these. Hello, Jester. Majester. So is this gonna look bad if I do? Let's see. I feel like this is gonna look bad. So I'm just gonna do it really quickly. And if it doesn't look bad, then I can mess with it more. But I have a sneaking suspicion. That's interesting. We had problems earlier. I tried to stream and it kept saying that I was live, but it was not actually live. And Twitch since came out and said that that was a problem on their end, but I thought it was a problem on my end or the software that I was using, and I was very frustrated. And I was like, I'm not streaming today. I'm done. But then later I thought I'd give it another shot. And it worked. So it doesn't look like blood spilling out necessarily. It looks more like just like this sounds really gross, but the skin got peeled away, but not all the way to the metal, which is it's the kind of gross that I look for in a Vault Boy illustration. Majester, weren't you reading Dark Tower again recently? Are you still doing that? I just got to book 7 on the audiobooks that I've been listening to. Okay. I won't judge the pace at which you read. I read very slowly. Yes, there are just in general too many things to consume. Do I want this drippy drip? Do I need this drippy drip? I don't think I do. I think what I will do well, I mean, it's both, I guess. An android in popular terminology and a synth in Fallout lore. Sandroid, that's right. See, I could connect those two shapes and around the corner, but I don't know if I'm fully committed. Let's see. Well, for one, it's the darker red. I like that I already have this blood that I can like reference. Oh, Alex, you used the multiply layer. Stupid past Alex. Let's see. So there's probably a smarter way to get that color, but I'm just going to take a screenshot of it and bring the screenshot in here and then sample that darker color. I don't think there's anything wrong with multiply. I feel like I always run into issues later on in the illustration if I get too crazy with blend layers like that. And it can be a pain if you're printing. Sometimes printers don't handle multiplies and other blend modes super well. So I've tried to get into the habit of using multiply and stuff less. Like with gradients, like if I want to use a multiply layer, then let's see. I'll just show you. So you can make a black and white gradient, set it to multiply, or you can just make it normal and just make both sides black and reduce one side to 0. Wait, that's not the opacity. Reduce it to 0% opacity, and you get the same effect. But yes. I'm trying to think of like specific examples where I've had trouble because I use blend modes. And I can't right now. And let's see, you have to change the colors from grayscale to RGB because you can see this gradient that is not set to multiply, the dark does not get as dark, but if you set it to RGB, it takes care of that. Set both to RGB, and so then those two are indistinguishable from each other. But if I want, so I mean, sometimes you have to use multiply. Like if I put, like in this one, I put like a gradient in here, and oh wait, I didn't use multiply. Wait, I didn't? How does that work? It says that it's normal, but I don't believe it. No, yeah, it is multiply. Just because I'm not going to go in and apply that. Oh, or could I use? I guess it's more like if I use like overlay. Or stuff that affects lights and darks that I would use that. I wonder if, let's see. Oh, nice. I haven't read the Little Sister story. I think I might have only read that once a long time ago. I don't remember much of it. Should you have skipped it because it's bad, or should you have skipped it because it doesn't necessarily pertain to the overarching story? This thing is turning into a mess of layers. It's falling apart before my very eyes. That's a good question. Turn right is here. It's flesh, but it looks like a drip. But it looks like a drip. I think it's just this shape that makes it look like a drip. It looks less like a drip when the shadow is flipped that way. Let's see here. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, he is into like Christianity stuff a little more, like in like book 7 where they talk about religion more, and it's like them calling Jesus the sheep god. I think that's what they call. Yeah, and stuff like that. They just bring up religion more. I think they call him the sheep god. I think that's what they call him. Bahramu. What is happening? What's happening with all these elements? I've made a mess again. Present Alex can sometimes be as dumb as past Alex. It's the improvisation part that, well, let me try this, and then I get something that I like, and then I don't feel like remaking it all. Yeah, or the man Jesus. That's the other, which I always chuckle at. It shows that they identify him as a man first and a god second. Sometimes the man god Jesus, I think, is what some people call him. Let's see. I wonder, would it look more like flesh? Aha. So this is why I don't do multiply stuff, because now I want to make this color, but I can't because it's a multiply layer. So whereas if it were a solid color, then I could just make it a solid color and be done with it. I'm going to change it a little bit. Or wait, is it because... Oh god, it goes over all of that. Alex, you idiot. Okay. So... Now I gotta fix this. All right. See you, Zach. Have a great weekend, dude. Fallout guy does kind of have Trump hair, doesn't he? Okay. Now I do that, I can just sample that. This is getting out of control quickly. Usually when stuff like this happens, it means that I did not sketch enough before I started. Things start to lose focus and you're just adding stuff, and because you're like in the moment, you're not really taking the time to wonder if something is working or not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like blind to whether that works or not. And this still looks like a drip. I think part of it, one thing that doesn't help is this flat line over here. Like, that doesn't convey the contours of his face at all. Like, I think that it should probably go back. It's gonna look like a goddamn trip again. Maybe not. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it looks like a drip or I don't know what it looks like. You could probably like add a shadow here. It's like helps communicate what's sitting on top of what a little bit. Shit. red goes a little darker skin tone. So I'm not sure I follow. Maybe the red should be like pinkish. So it doesn't just look like blood, but let's see. So if it is all that like pink color, then I gotta make those parts like a darker pink. I think that's better than the red blood. Definitely looks more like a facial injury or like a deep cut or something. What is going on with these layers? What have I done? I did something bad. These things are a mess. I accept full responsibility. Oh God, in Patreon, people are going to get this file and open it up and be like, what is happening here? Thanks, man. It's still not finished. It's like an unfinished illustration. I'll probably finish it when Splatoon comes out, since it's a Splatoon focused illustration. Let's see, I guess this would actually... I don't like the way that the shadow here bumps right up against that eye. Maybe I can finagle it to just give it like a little more clearance. It's a little better. No, I think that, let's see, where is that switch illustration? I have to remember. Yeah, no, it wasn't all going to be colored, but this tube needs to be colored. So the idea was that everything in the screen would be colored. Or everything breaking the plane of the screen, so you can see like this is whatever. Yeah. But I didn't finish it. But it does go well with, I mean, the goal is to kind of make another one in that series, and I think it was successful in that these are like both like 2D things, so it was interesting to apply that same approach to a 3D capable console. Yeah, I need to finish it. I need to finish it. Let's see. How long are we streaming? An hour and a half? All right, Handy Andy. We'll see you. Actually, we should probably just call the stream. I'm going to be done in 6 minutes. I'm not going to get anything else substantial done on this. I don't think it's finished, but I don't know off the top of my head what I can do to finish it. So it's at one of those kind of like odd states. But I'll think on it. I'll think on it and figure it out. It might be finished. I don't know. Oh, we'll think on it. In the meantime, we'll be back here. I'll be streaming IGN stuff again on Tuesday. Full steam ahead on that. And yeah, I think that's it. So everyone, have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll see you next week. Bye.